Alright, Shalom Yasharallah. Before we get started, we're going to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Radash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders, a great millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Alright, back out in the highways and hedges, preaching the gospel of the kingdom to the Hebrew Israelites, part of the so-called Negroes, the Latinos, the Native Americans, and those who are scattered abroad. They look like the other nations, but are in fact Israelites. Alright, we out here to preach repentance, you know, to our people, and tell them to repent before it's too late. Alright, and the title of this week's lesson, this week's live camp, is The End Is Here, man. Alright, and shalom to you brothers coming in, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakathum, to you and your household. Alright, yeah, the title of this week's lesson is the end is here, man. And how do we know that the end is here? Because of the signs that we seeing around the world, man. Look out into the world. Can't you see? Can't you feel it? We feel it, right? We know what we feel. We can see it. The signs that's happening, the things going around the world. All right, the Lord is about the Lord Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is about to make his grand return. All right, to save his people, the Israelites, which he's coming to save the elect. Because the 2/3 of our people, of the Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, they're gonna perish, man, in the fire, in the nuclear destruction. But they'll come back in the kingdom, right? So let's start with this. I'm gonna get straight into it. Let's get second Ezra chapter 9, right? Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. The second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1, it says, and he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, right, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that before thee, even from the beginning. I'm gonna let that go past. Every time we come out here. And shalom. See you brothers coming in. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakathum. Let's read it again. Salakit. Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. I'm gonna start from the top. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And we're seeing that. We're seeing that the Lord, Yahweh, all right, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, visit the world which he made through earthquakes, natural disasters, tornadoes, hurricanes, right? Judgment. You're seeing judgment play out on the earth. It says, verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that are before thee, even from the beginning. And we seeing that, man. You know, we seeing uproars in the people. Look what's happening in Venezuela. All right, these different countries in the UK, right? Europe, period. You know, people are rioting, man, protesting. Right, that's going to make us way to where? America, Babylon the Great. Because people are going to start doing that here, man. You're going to see people taking to the streets, especially these Edomites, right? They're going to start taking to the streets, right? They're going to start, messing up the businesses. It's going to be all hell's going to break loose, really. There's going to be riots, all right? People will see a lot of death. And we're already to tell our people, to prepare for that. Come and repent to the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, or you will be destroyed, right? It says, verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And we know the end is manifesting itself. You see, and we know who the end is. Let's go a few chapters back. 2 Ezra 6 and 9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So it says Esau. Who is Esau? Right? We got to identify who Esau is. Esau is the so-called white man. Well, Esau, Edom is the so-called white man. Right? Starting with the top begging elites, man. Right, that's who Esau is. You see, it's not Japheth. It's not, and nobody else. Esau is the so-called white man, right? So let's go back to that. Let's go back to that 2 Ezra 9. So I got just 9 and verse 5 again. It says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest had plain beginnings, right, and wonders and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. You see, and we clearly see the signs, man. Right? Let's get Matthew 16 real quick. These people out here, they don't see the signs, man. Right? Our people playing around, too busy being in the world. Right? It says what does it say? Use the world, don't abuse the world. That's what we do. We get in and we get out. This Matthew 16, I'm starting at verse 1. It says, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting, desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the sign of the times? You see that? Can you not discern the sign? Can you not discern the sign of the times, man? And we're seeing the signs of the times, right? We're seeing, you know, earthquakes. We're seeing back a few months back, we had an eclipse, right? The Lord's bringing judgment upon the earth, right? And we are seeing, you know, end time, you know, prophecy play out, right? The mark of the beast, which we'll get into that, right? We're seeing, you know, Jacob's trouble's around the corner, you see? So we're seeing all these type of signs, man, and that's happening around the world. Let's get Luke real quick, real fast. This is Luke 21. Luke 21, and I'm gonna start at 25, and it says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. You see, it said there will be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, man. Then we just see that a couple months back, right? An eclipse played out. Matter of fact, let's get Joel. This is another sign that we're seeing. The Lord's Spirit is upon all flesh. We got people seeing visions, right? Men and women, not only of our people, but other nations as well. You know, so-called white people having visions, right? Women having visions, right? Having dreams of the times that's coming. It was a video earlier that Elder Manata Zappa did. So-called, he looked like an Edomite, could be an Israelite, right? But he did a video on the mark of the beast. And he got these other camps out here playing around with that prophecy, man. You see, we gonna get into that, because that's a major prophecy that's coming. This is real. This is a real serious thing that we're a part of. We can't take this, you know. We're trying to find that Salaki. We can't take this, you know, lightly. Joel, all right, Joel 2 and 28, and it says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And we seeing that, man. The Lord's pouring out his spirit upon all flesh, upon women, men, children, right? Little girls, little boys, old men, right? We seeing everybody having these visions, these dreams of the times of the end, man. Right? So let's get Revelation. Oh man, this is all messed up. This is Revelation 13, right? Going straight into the prophecy of the mark of the beast, because that's, like I said, that's a major prophecy that's coming, man. And you got a lot of these camps out here telling you that's something different. They're playing around with this, with the Lord, you know, with the Lord's word. You see? And they got a lot of blood on their hands, man. IUIC, ISUPK, I know Sakari teaches the mark, but they don't push it, you know, as hard as they're supposed to be, right? IUIC, ISUPK, Wi-Fi, who else? You know, these other camps, offshoot camps, they're playing around with the mark of the beast, man, telling you something different, telling you that it's, you know, it's sin, or it's sleeping with white women, or it's Christianity. No, man, the mark of the beast is the MOTB, is the RFIDC hit, man, and the Neuralink. But let's get into it, right? So this is Revelation 13. I'm gonna start at verse 11, right? And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Who is this? What's this beast coming up out of the earth? This is America, right? This is the beast that's coming up out of the earth, right? And it says, verse 12, which is America is the revival of the Roman Empire. Verse 12, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Right, this, like I said, this is America, right? This is the revival of the Roman Empire through the NATO and the EU, right? Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. What's this fire coming down? This fire is nuclear destruction, man. Right? Nuclear destruction. But the atomic bomb, when they, dig up Japan and Nagasaki and Hiroshima, right? And all these other nations that he dropped bombs on. That's why these other nations are tired of America, man. Right? They're going around the earth trying to set up, their ways, right? It says, verse 14, let me read 13 again. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them, verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the first beast. What are these miracles? Right? His science, his technology, right? AI, saying to them that dwell on the earth that stood, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the first beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. When you go to that word "killed," right, it means going to the root word of it. It means separation. It's the Greek word. I think it's apo, right? A-P-O, apo. That's the Greek word of "kill," man. The root word of it, right? When you go to the actual word, it means actual killing. But you go to the root word of that, it's the Greek word apo, which means separation, man. So you're gonna be separated from society. You can't buy, can't sell, right? You can't go to the movies, can't go to the store, can't get yourself a Snicker bar, some Doritos, right? Because you got camp saying that. So that means you can buy a Snicker bar or a water. Yes, that's what that means. You can't make those transactions whatsoever. Verse 16, right? Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. You go to that word mark. The Greek word is charagma. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. You see, he's gonna cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and best believe, when that comes around, it's gonna be optional, at a certain point. But you're gonna have celebrities pushing it, your basketball, your ball players, your celebrities, hey, even YouTubers, these content creators, they gonna start pushing it if they get on that level, right? Because they, he's still gonna pay them, right? And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, which is charagma in the Greek, in their right hand, which is your actual hand, right? In the Greek, that word is it dexos or dexios? It's one of those, and it actually means your right hand, right? In their right hand or in their foreheads. You go to that word forehead in the Greek, it's metapon, which is literally right here, man, your forehead, middle of your forehead, right? Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. See, you go to that word buy or sell, it's going to the marketplace, right? To the marketplaces. So it's actually talking about transactions, man. You see, I read it again. That no man might buy or sell. So because you got Bishop Nate of the IUIC, he said that it's talking about nations. Well, show me where nations and nations have a right hand or a forehead, right? Verse 17 again, that no man might buy or sell, right, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Right? We go to that word for 666 is chi stigma in the Greek. And stigma is the Greek for a cut or an incision, right? So the mark of the beast is a physical thing that's gonna go to your hand or your forehead, man. You got people out here saying, well, camps. I understand that it's spiritual, or it's it's sleeping with white women. All these different wayward doctrines, man. You see. let's get Revelation 16, because we're gonna show you right? Revelation 16 and verse 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple, and I heard a great voice out of the temple, right, saying to the 7 angels, go your ways, and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sword upon the men which had the mark of the beast. It said upon the men. So it's showing you that it's talking about actual people, right? Upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. You see? And this image is not a picture of Jesus Christ, man. The image is the New World Order. It's the system. That's what the image is. The beast is the America revives the Roman Empire with the NATO and the EU. That's the beast. That's the beast, right? The image is the New World Order. You know, their system. You know, the mark is the mark of the beast, the RFID hit, right? So it says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sword upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. So what's this noisome and grievous sword? So this is an ulcer, man, right? A cancerous sword that's gonna you'll have all type of blisters on your body, right? That's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen if you take the mark of the beast, man. And ultimately, Revelation 14 and 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, right, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. You see, so if you take the mark of the beast, you're gonna be tormented with fire and brimstone, man. You're gonna be tormented by those nuclear destruction, right? Brother got precept. Kazak Banyan Holiday, Shalom, brother. Yahaba Shemiah Shabrak Thumb. Proverbs 13:13 says, whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. Right. And they despise, our people despise this word. Even those who claim to be in the truth, man. They really despise this word. Because why? They speak against the truth. The 100% truth at that, man. You know? Only one group, only one people we know have 100% truth. You know, and we know, and we believe it, and we believe through the Spirit that they are the men of the Lord back here today, man. Right? So that's the mark of the beast. Right? Let's get Revelation 19. Right? Because it's going to be this, it says Revelation 19 and 20, it says, and the beast was taken, right? This is when their whole system gets taken down by Yahushua. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. So it says they were deceived by taking the mark of the beast. Some people are going to get deceived by this thing, man. Because eventually it's going to be made mandatory. If you don't take it, you're going to be killed right on the spot. Right? Let's get Revelation 2 and 10. Well, not right on the spot, but, you know, for a lot of us, we know that some of the elect going to be beheaded for this truth. Right? So Revelation 2 and 10, and it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You see, who's this devil that's talking about? It's not the spiritual demon Satan, right? It's Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, starting to top making elites, man, and then it goes on down. Those who are under them, right? The devil in the Greek is diabolos, and it's a metaphor applied to a man who opposes, you know, the roughly paraphrasing, right? Who opposes, you know, the working of the Heavenly Father, man, and they side with the devil, right? The spiritual demon Satan, right? Let's read it again. It says, Revelation 2 and 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. So we're gonna go through suffering, man, right? Behold, the devil, which is Esau, Edom, shall cast some of you into prison. What's this prison that they talking about? It's the you know, detention centers, the FEMA camps, concentration camps that they got up all over America. You can go look it up. You go look up on Google. Look up the 10 FEMA zones, right? It says that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So you gotta be faithful unto death, man. All right. When this thing gets out, you can't bow the knee to the system, right? You can't, because we gotta be rooted in this thing, like the Elder Yashawama say. You gotta be rooted, man. Right, brother? Got another precept. It says, man, got a lot of them. I didn't even see these. I'm gonna read this one though. James 1 and 12. It says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, have promised to them that love him. Right? You endure temptation. Like the temptation is what? When the mark of the beast comes, the RFID when it's made mandatory. And it says this in Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. Let me read it again, Salakia. Slow down. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So it's gonna come upon everybody, man. So you think you're gonna escape by that rapture? You're sadly mistaken, man. All right, ain't no rapture anyway. That's false doctrine, right? Let's read Matthew 24. Let's get into that, right? Because like I said, we're in the times of the end, right? And this is Matthew 24, and we'll start at verse 3, and it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? When you go to the word world, in the Greek, it's aeon, which means age. And Esau's world is coming to an end, right? Verse 4, and Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and shall deceive many. I just did a video on these two bug outs. Well, not two of them, but on this bug out on TikTok, claiming he's the Messiah, man. Right? Him and Yaju. And I'm pretty sure it's more of them out there who claim to be they're the Lord. But in the scriptures, they tell us, it's a lot of ways to debunk all of that, man. All right? They're not sin. All right? They're not the true son of man. They're set up as stumbling blocks to deceive people, right? But the elect won't be deceived. Let me read it again, verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and shall deceive many. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and there shall be famines and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And we seeing that, man. They talking about bringing back a lockdown because of the Mpox, if you know what that is, right? Read it again. It says, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right? It's gonna be we're gonna hear of wars and rumors of wars, man, and we hearing about it. These small little wars that's playing out, eventually it's all going to lead to World War III, man. Right? And a lot of people going to get drafted to that war. A lot of men and women. Yeah, you're going to get drafted too. You wanted freedom. You wanted rights. Well, you got your right. You got your right to go and fight. Right? It's lucky. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Famines and pestilences, man. We're gonna see famines, right? There's gonna be a shortage of food out here, right? It's a shortage of food. That's why people gonna start turning on each other, right? You gonna have your matter of fact, I'm gonna say that, but it's gonna be a shortage of food out here, man. People gonna be starving to death, right? It says in the Lamentations. Let me get that real fast. Lamentations chapter 4, real quick. This Lamentations 4 and 9, it says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for one of the fruits of the field. Right, you gonna die of hunger, man. It's better for you die of the sword than to die of starvation. Right? So going back to Matthew 24 and verse 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And if you look, like I said, they talking about mpox, bird flu, and some of the black plague, something like that. They're on the watch list of the WHO, man. And best believe they're gonna bring. It's an article in the People's Voice talking about they bringing back. They may bring back lockdowns because it's a global emergency on mpox, right? It's all in Africa. It's spreading to other countries, right? So this may bring back another lockdown, like in 2020, right? It says, verse 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Right? You're gonna be delivered up, man. You know, a lot of us gonna be a lot of people who claim to be in the truth. There, they're set up as agents, right? They're set up as It's always so I can't wait till that shit is over, man. Every time we come out and preach, it's always sirens. But anyway, reading verse 9 again, Matthew 24 and verse 9, it says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Right? You're gonna be delivered up. You're gonna be persecuted. Right? Like I said, it's men in this truth who claim to be brothers. Right? They're actually set up as agents, spies. Right? They're gonna do something they're gonna do something within this ministry to get the ministry blamed, man. Right? And that's gonna cause Esau to come down with a great wrath. When we know why they're gonna come down, really, because they're being exposed. Edom is being exposed on a large scale, man. That's why they're trying to sign these different pass these different laws, these bills to get us off the streets, man. Right? Because the spirit of the Lord is exposing these devils, right? It says, verse 10, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. There's a lot of false prophets out there, even in this ministry, man. Right? A lot of false prophets in Israel. IUIC, right? What's his brother? Oh, Brother Hassad, Hakah, right? General Yohana, right? There are more false prophets than true prophets that have 100% truth, man. Right? And we know those prophets are the men of GMS. Now, I'm not saying, are you going to be saved by, coming to GMS? No. Because they can't save you only if you're of the elect. Right? But it's even brothers in GMS who aren't right. I'm not even a part of GMS, but, that's how you got to look at it. There are some brothers in GMS who aren't, and they say it themselves. Right? So moving on. Verse 11, it says that many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. A lot of people gonna be deceived, man. And IUIC, they're deceived. Now Bishop Nate is teaching that the God in the Old Testament wasn't Yahweh, it was Yahushua. and we disproved that. We went into it's a lot of scripture to debunk that, right? Moses, Samuel, Jeremiah, the Lord dealt with his prophets directly in the Old Testament. So what is he talking about? Right? Continue with verse 11 again. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You're going to the word cold. It's the Greek word, it says suko, but it sounds like psycho, man. They're going to lose their minds out here. Why? Because it's going to be a great tribulation, famine. There's no food, right? There's nothing. The money system is gonna fail. So your physical money is gonna go away. They're gonna turn this motherfucker into you're gonna get digital IDs, digital money, right? Verse 13, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So if you endure all these things, man, up until our Lord returns, Yahushua, hey, you'll be saved, man. Lord willing, we try and get saved. And that's the spirit. I just read that scripture. Right? Let's read it again. Matthew 24 and 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. I saw on TikTok, this dude had a allergic reaction, and his friends was just recording him, man. Not trying to help him, not trying to take him to the hospital, you know, get him some water, you know, something, man. Do something, not just recording in his face, you know. Help the man out, take him somewhere. But that's how people are, man. Let's get 2 Timothy, right? 2 Timothy. Three, right, in verse 1 it says, 2 Timothy 3:1 it says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. We know what that word perilous means. It means dangerous. Dangerous times are upon us, man. Now, you know, our people are playing around, right? This is your salvation that you're playing with, especially in those who know the truth, right? Saying we don't know the names of the Lord, right? Saying that there's a hell, perversion of doctrine, you know, it's just madness, man. You see? But 2 Timothy 3:1 it says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection. You see that? Without natural affection, man. So the people, the love for, you know, your neighbor that's gonna go away. People don't care about you anymore. Somebody could drop dead right now, and a lot of people gonna just walk past them or even record. Like, just look at them. Now you're gonna help out. You see, that's how, you know, that's how people are today. Because they're gonna record it and they're gonna post it on social media. Because why? They want the fame, they want the likes, right? Continuing on, verse 3 again. Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers. Salakia. It said despisers of those that are good, traitors. You're gonna have traitors in this thing, man. People gonna be betrayed. Like I said, you got people in this faith, in this truth, who are, you know, set up as spies and agents, man. They're men crept in unawares. You see, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Heavenly Father, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. You see? So let's go back to Matthew 24, right, and 13. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. You see that? So you got Christians out here saying that they're saved already. What you saved from? Right? You didn't go through anything yet. Let's drop down to verse let's leave off from that. No, I don't want, man, Salakia. Let's read this. Matthew 24 and 19 it says, and woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. That's talking about, you know, 70 AD. This could also be applied to today, man. You got women out here who have children, right, with no man in the home. You got like 2 or 3 children. You know, and when the time comes, when that wrath comes, when Jacob's trouble happens, right, you got nobody to protect you. You're gonna be all alone in a house. And best believe these women that got children, they're gonna have their children for a meal, man. That's spoken about in the scriptures. That's in the curses. The cannibalism, you know, a lot of these women out here, a lot of these, even the men, they're gonna eat their own families, man. When there's no food in the house, they're gonna kill you, right? they're gonna cook you, man. You know. But continuing on, and woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. And that's great tribulation is what? Jacob's trouble, man. And that's about it's around the corner, right? Man, if it's not even around the corner no more. It's at our doorstep. It's August, right? We got September, October, November. We got 4 months left in 2024, man. And 2024 is the hopeful year. The hopeful year. You know, we hoping, right? The hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, man. We praying the Lord brings something, you know, upon these people, man, and keeps us protected. And we believe through the Spirit, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that something's gonna happen. You know, maybe a cyber attack or, you know, grid attack, something. They're gonna bring gonna bring darkness upon this place. You know, only ones who have the light are who the servants of the Lord, man. Right? It says, verse 21 again. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of this world to the Salakia. Such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, and the Lord is shortening the days, man. These days are going by fast. Like I said, we're in August already. It was just, you know what, July, January, right? Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Hamashiach, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false messiahs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. So we got false messiahs and false prophets among us, man. And you got to discern. Let's get 1 John 4, right? You got to discern on who are the true prophets and who are the false prophets. And how you do that? Through the Spirit, of course, but also through their doctrine, what they preach. What are they telling you? Are they telling you that the mark of the beast is the RFID here? Are they telling you the true names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? Are they telling you who Esau Edom is? Truthfully. Salaki, we're trying to find this. 1 John, okay. 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1, it says, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of the Most High. Because many false prophets are gone out into the world. You see, many false prophets are gone out into the world. So you got to discern on who the true prophets are, who the false prophets, right? Verse 24 again, for there shall be, Matthew 24 and 24, for there shall arise false messiahs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I told you before, wherefore if they say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So everybody's going to see the Lord when he comes back. All right, everybody's going to see Yahweh Shai in the chariot, right? Jump down to verse 29. Immediately, after the tribulation of those days, which is what? Jacob's trouble, right? Shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven even to the other. Who are the elect? The Israelites, man. Not everybody who believes in Jesus Christ. No, man. The Lord's only dealing with the Israelites. And, you know, and we got people who look like other nations, but their seed goes back, their father's seed goes back to the Israelites, to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? Mainly Jacob. You see? So read it again. And then verse 30, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Right? Everybody, like I said, everybody gonna see the Lord coming back in that great chariot. Right? And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. You're gonna see, what's these clouds, man? These clouds are chariots, our so-called UFOs. That's our salvation, man. Right? That's how the elect gonna get up out of here. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, right? Where the four, corners of the earth, right? From one end of heaven to the other. You see that? So let's go to Daniel real quick. This Daniel, damn, she tall as hell. This Daniel 12. This Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1, and it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. You see? And this is the time of Jacob's trouble, man. That's why it's gonna be so bad that Michael the archangel is gonna intervene and take care of the elect. Let's get Jeremiah. What's up? How you feel? What's up? I don't got no cash on. Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30 and verse, I'm gonna start at verse 1. And it says, thus said the word of the Lord, the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, and what's the Lord's name? The Lord's name is Yahweh. All right, not God, not Yahweh. Salaki, slip of the tongue. Not God, not Yahweh, not Yah, not Yahuwah. All right, not Jehovah. All right, it's Yahweh. Right. Verse 2. Thus speaketh the Lord God of Israel, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in the book. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, right? Saith the Lord. And I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. So there's going to come a time where, hey, the Lord's going to, bring us out of this captivity, man, and we're going to return to the land of our fathers, which is the land of Canaan, which is the, Jerusalem, right? Which those Edomites, those Amalekites, and those Palestinians are in right now. Which that land belongs to neither of them, man. You see, that's why this is going to be destroyed, and it's going to be built back up through the elect. Which we're praying to open that we're a part of that number, man. Because I don't want to be destroyed by nuclear destruction. Now, I want to make it on the chariot. I want to see everything, But it's the Lord's will. Verse 4, and these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, right? And see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness. The Lord is asking, does a man give birth to children? Right? Well, in this society, hey, they may say, yeah, hell yeah, he does. No, a man does not give birth to a child, man. So what did the Lord say? He says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, as a woman that's giving birth. Right? When that child is coming forth, she's screaming, hollering out. That's how the Lord is seeing these people right now. Especially our people, these tough, so-called tough men, right? That mean mug, right? Look to you the wrong way. They're gonna be the main ones, crying out, hollering out like a woman, man, right? It says, wherefore does see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who is this he that's going to be saved out of it? It's the elect, man. The elect are the only ones who are going to obtain salvation. That's why we out here, to search for the elect through the Spirit, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Right? And praying and hoping ourselves are up that number. Right? So let's read it again, verse 7. And it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, man. You see, in the time of Jacob's trouble is coming, man. These are let's get second address. Right? Second address chapter 15. Second address 15 and verse 1. Second address 15 and 1, it says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. So the Lord told us, hey, go out and preach the word and speak in the ears of my people, who are the Israelites, the words of prophecy, man. Right? We're telling you what's coming, about the mark of the beast, about Jacob's trouble, right? About the famine of the word. Let's read that real quick. Salaki. Famine of the word is coming, right? That's how we know. That's probably the first indicator of how we know that, hey, the Lord's about to bring judgment, man. When he wraps up the ministry, right, and start bringing judgment on the people. So this is Amos chapter 8, right? Amos 8 and verse 11, it says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgin and young men faint for thirst. Right, so, the Lord is going to wrap up the ministry. So he's going to take his men off the streets, and he's going to take his men off the internet as well. It's going to be a time where you're not be able to go to, it's going to come a time where you're not be able to go home, sit on a computer, or get on your phone, and look at videos for your entertainment, man. Right? Like the Elder Apostle Kabar said, this is not for entertainment, man. Right? This, you're supposed to be taking notes, writing down scriptures and stuff and going back and studying for yourself, man. Get them in your mind. And that goes for myself as well. You know, this is not for entertainment. We're not here to entertain you, man. That's the problem with a lot of these other groups. They want to be marching and doing these debates, right? We're not here to do that, man. We're here to preach the word of the. Matter of fact, before we finish that out, let's get 2 Timothy 4. I'm gonna start at verse 1, and it says, "I charge thee therefore before the Heavenly Father and the Lord Yahweh Shai, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing in his kingdom." You see, who's the quick and the dead? The quick is those who are alive in the spirit. Elder Apostle Gabar did a video on that. The quick and the dead are those who are alive in the spirit, and the dead are what? The spiritually dead Israelites, right? Verse 2, it says, "Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season." Salaki. Read it again. Verse 2, "Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine." Why should we do this? Why should we be rebuking, right? Because why? It says, "For the time will come," Salakia, "for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine." What's sound doctrine? 100% truth, man. You want a sound doctrine is I forgot the Greek word, but it's it's going into the definition is with I forget Salakia, but it's dealing with no false doctrine. It's roughly paraphrasing, right? "For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears." You see that? "And they shall turn away the ears from the truth, and they shall be turned unto fables." They shall be turned unto lies, man. And Christianity is a lie. Christianity was a lie. Islam is a lie. All these other religions are a lie, man. Right? But then the truth is what? In the Bible, it speaks of the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, right? So let's read it again. Yeah, that's why we preach the word, man, to reprove, rebuke, right, and to correct, give correction, man, right? And they look at that as hate. These other camps, they look at that as you hate on your brother. If you love your brother, you're supposed to reprove your brother, right? You're supposed to rebuke him. But if you just let him doing whatever, then you don't love your brother, man. So these camps look at that as hate. You hate on your brother, but that's all right. They don't get on these other camps. IUIC don't get on Sakari. Sakari don't get on IUIC or ISUPK or only ones who are doing that are GMS, man, the true men of the Lord, right? So let's read this again. Amos 8:11, right? "Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but hearing the words of the Lord," the true words of the Lord, man. You may have a Bible in your possession, but you're not going to understand it without the breakdowns, without the real men of the Lord breaking it down to you, right? Let's get Ezekiel 7, right? This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and 25. It says, "Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none." It says, "Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet." Then they're going to seek a vision of the prophet, but it's going to be too late, man, right? "But the law shall perish from the priests, and counsel from the ancients," right? Our people look at this thing as entertainment, man. Like I keep saying, but it's going to come a time where, like I said, when you're going home, you're going to try to get on YouTube, get on the internet, but the internet going to be shut down. You can't get on YouTube, you can't get on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, none of that, man. YouTube, right? To try to look up videos, because the internet's going to be shut down. And they're going to set up, internet police, AI, right? To take down, disinformation, right? Take down hate speech, was what they call it, And you're not going to be able to find no videos, man. They're going to track everything you looking up, right? So going back to this. So back in second Esdras 15 and I read verse 3, it says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not," I started at verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord." That's why we do this. That's why we come out here and preach the word of the Lord. Because he told us to to speak in the ears of his people the words of prophecy, man. Right? Verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Which incredulity means what? Unbelief. It says in Romans 3:3, right? Because if Salaki, you gotta get that, man. Salaki, I'm quoting all these scriptures, but you gotta get it. Romans chapter 3, right? Romans 3:3, it says, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Yahweh forbid. Yeah, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. You see? So, you know, if they don't believe, we don't give a damn, man. Who cares? Right? It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right? Verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. You see, the Lord's about to bring the sword, the famine, right? A shortage of food and no water. Well, a shortage of water as well, right? Can't go to the grocery store. Matter of fact, let's get 2 Ezra chapter 6, right? 2 Ezra chapter 6. And verse 22, and it says, and suddenly shall the sown places be up. So let me read that again, slow down. And it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall suddenly be afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall not stand still, and in 3 hours shall they not run. You see? So it says the full storehouses shall appear, all right, empty, man. So you know these Walmarts, these BJ's, your Safeway, Whole Foods, CVS, right? The store, it says the full storehouses shall appear, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. What's up? How you doing?
Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm on live right now.
I wanted to talk to you, but how long is your live?
I'll probably be out here for another couple minutes. What's up? They can't see you. So.
No. What I'm saying is like I normally, are you part of the group that normally stands right on the other side?
I'm not with them, but they Hebrew Israelites, yeah.
Oh, you guys are together, like?
No, we're not together. I follow somebody completely different.
I mean,
I follow another group. They're different. You talking about they got the fringe shirts? Yeah.
You guys are on the right track. I'm gonna tell you this. My journey 10 years ago, I started, Christ, Messiah, and then I decided Yahweh, that whole journey.
Right.
The COVID was like the closing for me. Like it really centered me to figure out where I'm supposed to be. Have you read the book, the 3-book series called Hebrews to Negroes?
Hebrews to Negroes?
I have all.
I heard it's a movie about that though.
I have watched the movie too. You can watch it on
I know it's on Prime.
on
Amazon
Prime.
Prime, yeah.
If you get the chance, watch it. There's still some missing information, but it's pretty accurate to the most part. All I can say is that a lot of you guys are like on track, but it's just, I don't know, you guys are like missing the heart piece. I feel like sometimes.
But the heart piece?
Yeah, like the compassion part, to talk to people to a point where they feel like they can talk to you, they can open their heart, I feel like you are focusing more on the external. You guys, like a lot of you guys, you are doing the right thing, but I just feel like it's...
Now, well, not all of us are like that. A lot of us, we don't, like how you say, not on the external. We don't look on the outside. We go by the inside. We judge by the spirit. But a lot of these other camps, they may look at you and, they may just curse you out because you look like...
Oh, they look at these ladies. Of course, nowadays ladies are wearing like underwear. It's like...
Right. And that's wrong, though.
Public outfit. It's wrong. But if you want to win a person like that, you don't want to start with the outfit. You want to start with that person. Sometimes is looking for attention. They're insecure.
Yeah, they look, you know, they
It's
look for attention. Yeah.
So catch them. Forget about the dress, because that's once you get this or this, that will come with it. That's part of the package.
Right.
But if you attack that, the person's not listening to you after that, because they are like, well, it looks like you are already judging me. I'm already like.
Well,
you know,
there's a book called Judges. We can judge people.
we can judge, but when you want to win souls, you already know they are not living righteous. You are not trying to attack the fact that they are not righteous. They are already unrighteous. You know that, right?
Right.
What you want is to see how can you use the fact that you see the unrighteousness to bring them to righteousness. Right?
Well, really, this only for the elect. They're the only ones who are going to get it. So trying to win everybody over, that's not what we do.
But what's up with a lot of our? You do know that the Bantus are the true Israelites, right?
Okay, they're part of the Israelites.
Okay.
The Bantu, the Igbos. I think it's the Igbo, right?
I have a debate with the Igbos. I don't know the Igbos too well, but I feel like the
Where
Igbos.
you from?
I grew up in South Africa,
Okay.
but I visited Angola and Namibia. Now, I know the Igbos. The Igbos, for the longest, haven't really been identifying with Bantus for so long. It's just recently, since it's associated with Israelites.
Right.
Now they are jumping on the boat, but for the
Oh.
longest, they were associating with the Hausas and everybody else in Nigeria. The other tribes in there.
Right.
I even had a chance to talk to one Igbo guy that was some years ago.
Well, not all of them are Israelites. You know, but our people are scattered throughout the whole world. So we're gonna like every nation. We may like, some. It's Israelites who like white people, but their seed goes back to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So we're
But
scattered
only-
throughout the whole world.
So the only way we know for sure is DNA, right?
No, you go by this. Let me read you something real quick. The Romans. This Romans. This is how we're gonna know, right? We're gonna know by the Spirit, right? Romans 8 and 16. It says, "The Spirit itself bear witness." The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. That's how we're gonna know, by the Spirit.
But you also know that some spirits can pretend, can lie. Sometimes, there's been people that have pretended and acted out a certain way for so long, and then you realize this was a demonic thing. It was just dressed up to look righteous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but a lot of people are demonic, but they're still
Yes.
Israelites.
Yes, the Israelites. We have those who have also been deceived,
Right.
and have become demonic. But their DNA, at least, even if you know that their spirit is not right, when you know what their DNA is, there's still a lot of hope.
Well, we don't go by, like I said, we don't go by DNA. We go by it's the Spirit. We go really by faith,
But DNA,
because DNA that's just.
but even in the word it says that in the last days he will write his word upon in our hearts.
Right, your heart is your mind.
Yes, but what I'm saying, it's going to be within us. That also says sometimes DNA also plays a role in who we are, because the way they know who the Ashkenazi Jews or Jews, whatever they are.
That's what they call themselves.
Yes.
But that's
They
Esau.
have a whole DNA, a certain DNA. They don't even like people taking DNA tests.
Yeah, because they do it on the mother side. Your DNA, because that's how you know they're not the true people. But to know that you're Israelites is through the seed of your father, really. But they go by the mother. But they're not Ashkenazi Jews. They're not even the real people. Ashkenaz comes from Japheth. That's a whole different.
Oh yeah, those
That's
are
a whole
all
different-
Japheth and Ishmaelite, and like the whole Edomite.
Edom. Yeah, that's Esau.
Edom is still here. America is dominated by the same thing.
Right.
Now, my concern is this. You know the MLK thing with the whole "let's wish black and white holding hands."
Yeah.
His concept was right, the whole love concept, but I think he missed it a little bit because he was trying to unite with people that their spirit were not there yet.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, he even said it when he on his when he was dying.
Yeah.
He said he led his people into a burning house.
Unfortunately,
Something like
many people didn't hear that part. So a lot of
Right.
people are still combining with the message, because the reason they accepted him as part of their group
Right.
was when he was singing, holding hands, and
that. Yeah, he was set up. He took a picture with you know who the Rothschilds are.
Yeah, the
you
Masons
heard of him?
overall. Yeah,
He took a picture with Jacob Rothschild. He was set up from the beginning.
Oh, like as soon as he was getting into the ministry.
Yeah, he was set up. He was set up from the beginning to bring our people together with them. But we're not really supposed to be together with those people.
Because nowadays, what I'm seeing, a lot of couples, it's a lot of black men with white
Yeah, it's a lot of
women.
black men with white women.
What's up with that?
Because our women are they don't respect us. So that's why a lot of our men are dating outside their race.
No.
They're going
You
to
don't need-
they're going to other people.
There's a whole lot of African women who are very submissive and loving toward black men. Why would you not go to at least another continent?
That's what you got to hear the passport bros.
Yeah, but
That's
those
what they
ones-
do.
those
They go
ones
to
are-
like the Middle East, and maybe sometimes I believe Africa, some other countries they get other wives, man. But sometimes those women they
Yeah, but
because a lot of women have been Americanized.
those are not the ones I'm talking about. Those who are like going all out. I mean the ones who are at least they have a calm heart. They know what they're doing. Why would you like? And I feel so bad for them. It's like these people when they finally wake up, if they ever do, it's like, what are they gonna do then? Like your whole kids, your whole generation, your whole bloodline, you have given it away.
Not really.
I mean,
What you mean by that?
like a lot of kids who are mixed, for example, like one thing I have seen in this society, mixed kids have it the hardest because you are a mixture of two races
Right.
that are in fierce disagreement, and you are all constantly forced to pick a side. Like I would hate to put a child through that. Like even me being black, it's like I'm constantly, because I grew up around white people,
Right.
I'm constantly torn apart. If I choose a white side, then the black people are saying something else. If I choose anything, it's just everybody has a different opinion. Until I learn to choose me, what makes me happy. So I'm thinking of kids who are mixed race, and I'm thinking all my mixed race friends that I've had were always having some type of confusion.
Right. But do you know that mix isn't really a thing? Being mixed isn't a thing. It goes to the city of father. Like if you went and got a white man, so I'm just say that for if you went and got a white man, that child will come out as a Edomite. That's the seed of his father. That goes back to like if I went and got a so-called white woman or a so-called Middle Eastern woman, that child would still be an Israelite because the seed goes back to the father. I can read it to you. Matter of fact.
No. I get you about the father, but
Right. But
sometimes it also depends on who gets custody. Sometimes in concept it's right, like it's the father.
Right.
But things happen and somebody else has to take custody. Let's say it's the mother side and they keep the kids and they go on and they raise them. Nobody's gonna tell them that once upon a time you have to follow your father's DNA.
Right.
So the kids might just be lost, and the father didn't know that either, to inform them that you actually belong this side.
Right, because that's somewhere in the law that the kids are actually supposed to be with the father. I forgot what it said.
You think so?
Yeah, I believe it's somewhere in the law, in our law, where it says that the kids are supposed to remain with the father. I forgot what it said.
Because
I could be wrong though.
We keep making so many mistakes, like Abraham and Sarah. Like when they said Hagar should help God bring the child that's the promise or whatever, right? The heir of.
Hagar had she had Ishmael.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't supposed to happen had Sarah not suggested it, because Sarah was like, God is taking too long. I'm getting too old. Let's fix this.
She was barren. She couldn't. She was.
Yes. So she decided to fix it in her way, but God was still waiting for His promise to come through the right ways. It didn't matter whether he was barren, because He's God and
Right.
she was barren. And that's what led to us having the Ishmaelites.
Yeah, they came from Ishmael.
And the Ishmaelites have not been our best allies either. Like,
because they're our enemies. We have enemies, right?
and it continues to happen all the time. Like we keep allying with our enemies all the time.
They had us in the sub-Saharan slave trade. You heard of that?
Exactly.
That's how Esau, so-called white man, that's where they get their tactics from. You know, 'cause
So what is the end? Like
The
I'm
end?
ready for the end, for real. Like this world is just
I'm gonna let that go past. We're in the end right now. You know, these are the end days that we're living in. And it's a time coming called Jacob's trouble, where our people gonna go through a time of trouble that's like no other, and it's gonna be happening all
is
around.
it not happening already now?
Not really.
How will we know when
Jacob's
it's Jacob's trouble?
How will we know? Let me read this real quick. I just read it earlier. Well, this is the indicator. We will know when the Lord starts bringing judgment. It's Amos 8. Yeah, 8. Amos 8 and 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord," whose name is Yahweh, right? "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." So we believe through the Spirit that it's going to come a time where the Lord's going to take us off the streets, we're going to be off the internet, and the Lord's going to start bringing judgment. And people are not going to be able to hear these words, the true words of the Lord. You may have a Bible in your possession, but you're not going to have the actual true breakdown of it.
And I think what's happening is that's what it means by, remember, is it the 12 virgins? Like
The 10 virgins.
the 10
Follow
virgins?
wise, follow
Like
foolish.
what you are doing now is preparing your mind, your heart, your soul for that day.
Yep.
Now, a lot of other people will want to have to be where you are at
Right.
without the work. You know what I mean? Because now they are going to be tempted, but they don't have the shield, they don't have the, all
The armor of God.
they don't have the armor of God, but they are jealous of you, they are envious of you, without even knowing the work you put in to get to where you are at.
Right. It's all of the Lord, though. Let's do the Spirit. How about Shema Shaddam out here? Not of my own thing. I get what you're saying, though.
What I'm saying is just, I see a lot of people not wanting to put in the work, but I can see the end where they finally want to be part and uniform of the loyal followers of Christ.
Right.
But it's too late, they didn't put in the work. It's like muscle exercise, right? You haven't been exercising. By the time they tell you to sprint for like a certain distance, you're going to faint. And it's nobody's fault.
Can I ask you a question? What do you believe? What do you believe?
I believe in the Messiah. I believe in Christ. I believe in that the Bible is has a lot of truth in it. I believe that I'm part of the chosen people of God.
Right. Which is the Israelite.
And I've gone through so much, and I think God has allowed me to go through what I have gone through by myself, so I can realize my own strength and realize that He's got me. Because I've been disappointed and betrayed by people I thought,
Right.
But this world is Satan's playground. That's all I know. It's very disappointing. And a lot of people are falling. What's up with people committing suicide all the time?
Because they hate this world. This world is nothing but it's nothing but wickedness in this
But
world.
where I grew up, a lot of younger people are committing suicide, and this is what I think happened. A lot of people are being signed up into secret, dark, occult societies,
Right.
and then they are fulfilling certain things, and then their mind is taken over for a certain time, and they do all these things, and then after a while they get back to their right mind and they can't believe it, so they're like, I gotta go.
Right.
I think this is what's happening, and it's a lot of people who are raised in religious churches like the Lutheran,
Yeah.
the Catholic, where they have the faith but they don't have the spiritual warfare. They don't really understand that.
Right.
So any spiritual war, they fall. How do you help people like that?
Well,
And they are so fixated in their traditional ways. You can almost never change that. They are die-hard Catholics, die-hard
Christians.
Lutherans,
Yeah, Lutherans.
die-hard whatever.
Only the Lord can really help them. We just gotta give them the message. If they believe it, they could be of the elect. But if not, then we just keep going, moving on. We can't really do anything for them. Only thing we can do is preach the word. That's the only thing we can do. not like
Oh,
we can.
in other, that's the same as planting a seed, right?
Yep.
And
That's what we plant seeds in people. But if they reject it, that's all. That's on them. They heard the word though.
what
So
about those who are fighting us? Like I remember the word where it says God, Christ sent, is it 5 sevens? Gave them different talents.
parable of talents.
Yes. Now, what if I'm doing my hard work
Right.
and somebody is intentionally making sure my work doesn't reach the audience? Like that's their responsibility. Like,
They're a scoffer. They'll be destroyed.
will I still get my reward?
Yeah, you'll still get your reward because you
But
endured.
I'm not able to reach the same people I want to reach because this person is purposefully hindering my progress, and they don't have to. I'm not bothering them.
We got people
But
like that though. We got people who try to hinder this
I
truth.
feel like
this ministry.
Satan just told them you are like they left all other responsibilities they could have gotten and
Right.
just said her, she's the one.
Right.
You just follow whatever she's doing. You do the opposite, and it's just. What did Satan promise such people for them to just be against God like that?
That's he put the spirit on to do that. So we got people like that. And when we out here preaching, we got people come up try to try to mock against this truth. But we gotta just continue to preach the word. We either deal with them, but if they start doing too much, then we just dismiss them, or we go somewhere else and preach. But they not stopping the truth, doing nothing, just scoffing them out. They'll be destroyed eventually. There's a lot of scholars who've been destroyed already. You know.
Oh, and I seen it because they say vengeance is mine. God says.
Yeah, God
you
says
know.
vengeance is mine.
And I've seen his visions show up over and over again. People who thought they had titles, they thought they were bigger than and mightier than whatever.
Right.
When God comes around, I don't even laugh anymore. I feel bad for them. I'm like, God, wow.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
when they get judged, hey, that's on them.
It's so sad though because they had so much time to repent.
Yeah, but they didn't want to repent. They was the times. Matter of fact, I'll read this real quick.
I don't have a hard copy of the
Of the Apocrypha,
no,
you can get it on Amazon.
but I do have the
It's the
PDF, and it's taking too long to finish.
it's also on this. This is the King James of 1611. They got the Old Testament, the
Oh, it
Apocrypha,
has it in there?
and the New Testament. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's Old English though.
Oh, like thou shalt not.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can.
Got the Apocrypha in it, all of the Old Testament, the Apocrypha, and the New Testament. They got all in.
Why do you say Hayawa? It's Yahuwah.
What? It's Yahweh.
Yahuwah.
It's Yahweh. There's no use in the Hebrew. When Moses, when you look up the word Lord in all caps in the Hebrew, it's Yahweh, not Yahuwah. There's no use in the Hebrew. It's not Yahuwah, not Yahweh, not Yah. Yah just means he, right? It's not Jehovah, Yehovah, none of those names. It's Yahweh. Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning exists. He is. He exists. That's the name of the Most High. All right, and the son's name is Yahweh Shai. Yah means he, Hawa Shai means saves. Hawa Shai was the name of Hosea. Hosea's name meant deliverer, or to be delivered, or to save.
Because the book that I'm telling you about, it explains. I had the Hebrew Bible that had the right names and all that, and it was too big. I couldn't carry it around, so I left it where I was because like when you are flying, you can only carry so much.
Right.
But I still okay. I'm gonna stick with because when you go to Yahuwah, Yahweh, whatever, everybody's debating so much. But
You got to know
the books that I have, they explain it. They use the Strongs, they use all that stuff to explain how they got to like Yahuwah. Like the Holy Spirit is Ruach Hakadash. That's pretty much constant with everybody.
Some people say Ruach, but it's Ruach Kodash, not Ruach. Ruach Kodash. But the names of the Most High is Yahweh. That's the name the name that you're gonna call on in the times of trouble. Because you're not gonna call on Yahuwah. He ain't gonna hear you. He don't care. You're not gonna hear you call on Yahuwah, Yahoshua, or Jehovah.
Why aren't most of you going to Africa?
What?
Africa needs.
When we going to Africa?
Yeah.
We ain't going to Africa. We staying here. We want to be delivered out of Babylon the Great. This is Babylon. This is where matter of fact.
They say Iraq is Babylon.
Yeah, that's the modern. That's
The ancient.
the ancient Babylon. Yeah, but today America
Oh.
is spiritually Babylon. Babel means what? You know what Babel means?
For some reason, I used to think that it meant America was like ancient Egypt.
There's also Egypt as well. The Bible speaks about that. America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt in Revelation 11 and 8. It's Egypt, Babylon, Rome all over again. This is just a more wicked, empire. This is the revival of Rome, the beast through NATO and the EU. This America's the revival of Rome, Egypt, and Babylon. Revival of all that. What was I going at?
Yeah, you were telling me why you stay right here or something.
Oh yeah. Right. Jeremiah. So we're gonna be delivered. I'm gonna go to Micah.
I don't know where to start. Our people have disappointed me. My family has disappointed me. I just don't know.
Yeah, this is Micah 4 and verse 10. It says, "Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion," talking about the Israelites, "like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field." The field is the world. It tells you that in Matthew 13, right? The field is the world, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There it says, "There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies." So Babylon, America is the modern day Babylon. This is where the bulk of the tribes are. This is where we're from Judah. What's not on there, but Judah all the way down to Issachar. We're all over here in America. This is where the Lord's where would be the great deliverance is going to happen, because America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire due to ICBM missiles. That's why we're not going
By
all
Russia?
over the world. Yep, by Russia.
Oh, so that's still coming? That's still cooking?
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. It's sure.
Oh, the whole Ukraine thing.
Yep. That's going to lead, all that over there's going to lead to World War III.
I used to think when the whole Ukraine war going on, people are like, which side are you on? And those are the same people.
They're the same people.
It's like
they're both Edomites.
I'm like, only now I found out. I'm like, why am I choosing a side? These are people who like war. We
don't choose sides. We're on the side of the Most High Yahweh Shai. That's who the side we're. That's who the side you should choose.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, I used to think they were like unique people, like two different entities.
No.
But I'm learning that
people.
it's just two people that were just warmongers. They just love war. They like to fight. They don't like peace.
There's another one in Jeremiah.
They don't like peace. They always have to find something to fight over.
But that's going to lead to World War III. This Jeremiah 50. This is what I was looking for. Jeremiah 50 and 31. It says, "Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord God of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel," the northern kingdom, from Simeon all the way down to Issachar. They're the northern kingdom. That's the Hispanics and the Native Americans. They're the house of Israel, right? It says, "Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah." The children of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's the southern kingdom, the so-called Negroes today. It says, "Were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go." So we're oppressed together. Oh snap! We're oppressed together. Are in America, right? It's another one, real quick. I think it's this one. Nope. I think it's Jeremiah 16. Jeremiah 16. Let me see. So I'm trying to find it. Yeah, this is it. Talking about Egypt. It says, Jeremiah 16:14 says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt." Talking about ancient Egypt. Moses
But you do know
and all
that
that.
the true Egyptians are black, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're
And
not the.
that's why I think a lot of Egyptians are in Sudan. I think South or whatever Sudan
Sudan
and Nigeria.
Yep.
And I'm strongly believing, because before the whole Bantu and Israelites became a huge topic,
Right. Oh shit.
when I research on Wikipedia who the Igbos and the Yoruba and all that,
Right.
they used to say their origin was from
Egypt.
Egypt.
The Egypt.
And-
I believe the Egyptians were.
And now this is the funny thing when you look at the how they break down who the Bantus are.
Right.
They say apparently the Bantu language originates from the Igbo and the Yoruba and all that, and then the Bantu. But I strongly think that's not true, because the two languages don't really have very strong similarities.
Right. Hold on.
But people want to make those two fit so much. But if we are in error about who the past Egyptians are, we are going to be deceived and we are going to be overtaken again.
A lot of people been deceived already. They
Because
think that the
if
Egyptians.
the Igbos have nothing to lose if they are not true Israelites. You know what I mean?
Right.
They will say it's about finding cover. If you say you're Israelite, they're going to go with the flow because they have everything to gain from saying they are.
Right.
Because saying you were the past Egyptian doesn't benefit you in this time.
Right. The Egyptians used to be tall though. They were tall people. That's how we know who the Egyptians were. They come from I believe Kush. No, I'm wrong. They come
What
from.
is the Sudan? Is it the Sudanese people?
Let me see. It's in Genesis 10. Hold on. Genesis 10,
That's
verse
where-
6. It said, and the sons of Ham, that's who the so-called, they're really Hamites. Cush,
But Hamites come in two categories. They come in Cushites and Canaanites.
is Cush and Mizraim
Yes.
and Phut and Canaan. These are the sons of Ham. These are who your so-called Africans are today.
Not all Africans, because a lot
Majority.
of
But yeah, not all Africans, but majority of them. They come from Ham. Like all Israelites, they could look like me, but they're not Israelites. They could come from another seed of somebody. They could be Esau. They could be Ishmael or Elam. Just because they got the same skin, don't make them
No,
Israelites.
I know that because I'm from a part of the continent where my people have been there for years,
Right.
and they are set apart. It's just nowadays that people are trying so hard. You know, there was the whole movement to unite Africa.
I didn't know about that.
I was part of that movement. I wanted the continent to unite because I thought it's much more beneficial. But I learned it's not what our Creator would want, because
Right. He separated people.
He
for a reason.
separated us for a reason. Why are we trying to force unity on
Right.
on? And if He wanted it that way, He would make it happen.
Yeah, he'll make it
But
happen.
it's not happening because of religious differences, because of the hate.
Yeah.
It's kind of manageable now because we are separated.
Right.
But if years go by and we decided to intermix, we will see a lot of Israelites losing their lives, because the children of Canaan and the Cushites are very conniving. They have many ways too, because they believe in whatever gets me to where I want to get. It doesn't matter if I steal, destroy. You know what I mean?
Right. Some
And-
people like that too.
A lot of Nigerians are like that though. I don't know if I don't hate Nigeria. I think Nigeria is a beautiful country.
People in Nigerians, most of them are Israelites too. Some people,
Which tribe though? That's what I'm trying
like
to figure out.
the Igbos, like I said, Igbo.
I still need to
The
study
Ashanti.
Igbo.
I heard the Ashanti, and you said the Bantus.
Because nowadays everybody is trying to just say they are.
Right. But it's more than just being an Israelite. Though. You gotta really change your whole life.
Or it's like, how are you living?
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
you
Your
can.
conduct. That's what see.
So you can tell me you were even born in the lineage, but if you are not behaving right.
Right.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's a scripture on that. This is 2 Peter, chapter 3, and hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse I'm gonna read. I'm starting at 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up." Which, that's like I said, America's gonna be destroyed by nuclear destruction. Verse 11, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" That word conversation in the Greek is I forget, but it's it goes into the definition of your conduct, how you live in your day-to-day life. You know, how you behave in the world or among brothers.
Oh, what is your outward presentation? Who are you?
To that effect. But it's more inwardly, how you are inwardly.
I mean, what's inside, we see it when you know, it's exposed through what you do.
Right.
Outside.
Like when people see you, you're not like how these other people are. They're gonna look at like your old friends. They may see you a couple, years later and say, "Oh, you're a completely different person. You don't smoke no more." That's a good thing though. They look at you like, "Man, that's a completely different person. You're a somebody totally different. You're not your old person who you used to be." So that's how we're supposed to live our lives, man. Right?
So it doesn't matter. We will, as time goes and we continue to pray, things will unveil.
Pretty
and we
much.
will see who people really are, and we will see those who are just hiding under the cover of, yes, I think I'm also part of the lineage
Right.
of Judah or Christ.
Yeah.
Because you can only keep up the act and the facade.
There's a lot of people like that in the truth. They say they're Israelites, but their fruits, their actions, they don't show. The things that they do in the ministry is not. You're an Israelite. You're a physical seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but your inward man isn't. You didn't totally change. There's no repentance at all. You doing still things being of the world, trying to bring the world into the truth. It's a lot of Israelites who. Talking about Hebrew and a Hellcat and bringing, having guns, right?
In the church, kind of.
In the ministry.
Oh, I mean, self-protection.
Still committing adultery, right?
I have nothing against, if you want to be safe, sometimes.
Yeah, you keep yourself safe, but I don't need to be, we don't need to see that. That's something for
they
you.
want to show?
Yeah. Music, they trying to bring rap into the truth. We're not here for that. We're here. The Lord said, preach the word. That's what we out here to do.
I know. Yeah, the rap thing is, the Christian.
Now, there's nothing wrong with rapping.
No.
But you can. That's on your own time. Don't bring that to the ministry.
Or if you really want to, if you are passionate about it, you can release an album and send it out to the world. I mean, if it's spreading the gospel, you just don't know people's talents and gifts.
Right.
So if that's your gift, then just go ahead, release the album and send it out to the world.
And a lot of these groups, they set up though. They're set up by the wicked. They got the 501c3, so they're professing the doctrine. You know what the mark of the beast is? I gotta ask you that.
The mark of the beast is to accept what's of this world. 666.
That's part of it.
But you do know that 66 is the number of the carbon element.
Yeah,
on the scale.
But that the 66 applies to a man. But the mark of the beast, what you see right here, it's called the RFID seed. That's I'll read it to you. Right, in Revelation 13 and 16, it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead." You go into that word mark in the Greek. It's the Greek word charagma, and it's a stamp, an imprinted mark. So it's telling you that it's physical. It's a physical thing, right? And it's verse 17, that no man might buy or sell. It's dealing with buying and selling. You heard of the Amazon one? Like if you go into an Amazon store, they got this. You can hover your hand over it to pay. That's gradualism. That's what they set you up for the mark of the beast.
But they also say that the mark of the beast is also money, just the money itself.
The money?
You are going to be like accepting money to trade it with your soul. Like some people do that. They join certain entities or cults, and they are told you are going to get this much money in exchange for your soul.
Oh, you talking about like selling your soul, something like that? Well,
and that's the mark of the beast. The money that's the mark.
Not really, but I mean you could apply to that. But the mark of the beast, the money's gonna be on the seat here. I don't want to say the word because it might take this live down, but the money's gonna be on it. So without it, you can't be in society really, because you can't buy or sell. Right, I'm gonna continue reading. Let me finish it out. It says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. So without it, can't go to BJ's, can't go to CVS, can't go to 7-Eleven, can't go to the movies, the bar, none of that, right? Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 606, and that's 666, like you said. So the mark of the beast is something called the RFID C-hip, or a micro C-hip, which is a small grain, it's like a small grain of rice. And you got the Neuralink, you know, what Elon Musk, which they've probably been doing that. But that's for like those who are, you know, paraplegics, can't use their limbs, who are blind, can't walk. They're gonna use that for like these miracles to deceive people. And that's what in fact, it's Revelation, 2 Thessalonians. How old are you, if I can ask?
32.
Oh wow, you look young. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, right? And Slakia, chapter 2. And I'm gonna start at I'm just going to, I'm trying to find where I'm gonna start at. I'm gonna start at 8. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. You can read this whole chapter for yourself. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy the brightness of his coming. The wicked is being revealed in this day. The wicked is the so-called, you know, the so-called white man, Esau Edom. They're starting at the top, begging elites right here. Job 9:24, the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. They're the wicked who the Bible speaks of. And it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So with all, it says with all power, signs, and lying wonders. That mark is a lying wonder, because they're going to say that this can help you see, this can help you walk, right? Those are lying wonders and miracles. I should have started up a little bit. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped. So that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Now what's the temple of God? The temple is your body. That's your temple. That's the temple. Right? And then he wants to sit in your temple by putting that C-hip in. So that's what the mark of the beast is. That's what they're gonna make it mandatory.
So in other words, the great falling away is those fake people finally being revealed. The great falling away was us falling away. It started in 70 AD, but eventually we fell away from our true heritage. It tells us that in Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. It says, I'm gonna read it real fast, real quick. But the great falling away was us when we in 70 AD, when the siege of Jerusalem came. But also we forgot who we were as a people. So it's Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. It's a lot there. Yeah, Jeremiah 17 and 4, it says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. So we discontinued. We fell away from who we truly were, as the true people of the Lord, as being Israelites. Now we call ourselves what? Negroes, African Americans, blacks, and Mexicans, Native Americans, right? Puerto Ricans. That's falling away. These are bywords that were put on us. This is our true nationality. Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of this, from the tribe of that, from the tribe of Ephraim, tribe of Judah. Yeah, that's who we are. So that was the falling away, the great falling. We have fallen away even so much that we want to find peace and harmony within our enemies instead of within ourselves. We want to impress the enemy who has never liked us.
Right. That's what they want to do. We don't want that. We don't want to impress the enemy. We want them in chains, because eventually. So
is Christianity also a great falling away?
Yeah, because our people were deceived by Christianity, by putting up the white Jesus and all that, the lies.
But don't you think, like, if somebody is really authentic and they love God and they stand for the truth, but they don't know their right name and they don't know all that.
Well,
But
this is the truth. Christianity isn't the truth.
I know it's not, but I had to go through it.
Yeah, we all did. We
Yeah.
all were in
I
Christianity.
had to. It's like the being reborn. It's like I had to
Right.
go through it. It was painful though.
Yeah.
Where I'm at now, a lot of people wouldn't even want to associate with me. Not because of anything, just because their level of where they are thinking and when they are at, I can't.
Right.
And I love my God so much. And I think in my testimony, right? God has been telling me, only I can save you.
Right. He's the one who
Like,
can save you.
I was born in a family where I was the only one who is so different than everybody else.
Right.
It's like Abraham. Abraham, the family he came from, everybody was worshiping images as God.
Yeah, he was literally he was born in Babylon.
I
in the era
felt
of the
what
Chaldees.
Abraham went through because I'm like, these people are supposed to be family. They can't even take my side. They can't even defend me.
But the Lord separated him from his family. He told him, "Hey, you gotta leave him, man." That's in Joshua, matter of fact.
Oh, Abraham went through so much, but at the end he stood with God.
Right.
And I can tell from my own experience that I was trying to cling to family because blood is supposed to be thicker.
Yeah, because your family gonna
is
turn on
family.
you.
But
That's gonna come in the end. Your
to
family
a
gonna
point
turn
where
on
they
you.
even decided they were gonna find a way to just end me.
Right. They gonna disown you. That's gonna happen. A lot.
No, God had to remove me from that whole space.
Right.
Because if they had access to me, they were gonna end me. I wasn't gonna be here. And this is not like me trying to lie. They were ready because for them, the state where I've gotten with my God,
Right.
they call it insanity. I've gone out. My mind has gone off.
Yeah, they look at you like you're crazy. That's how all our families look at us. They're like we're they're like we crazy,
Like,
that's gonna happen.
I'm trying to mentor my younger siblings. I'm the oldest of 6. I'm all trying to mentor my younger siblings. My mom tells me, leave my kids. If you want to mentor somebody, give birth to your own. Like, of course I left them alone because I'm
Right.
like, I can't fight their mother. It's like, it's my mother too, but it was just so sad to see that they were going in the wrong direction and there's really nothing I can do about it
There's
because
nothing you can do
they
about it.
think their
It's,
mother is okay.
You can't save everybody. Like I said, only the elect will get it. They may not be of that number. They'll get it eventually when the kingdom comes, but you can't. Only a certain amount of a remnant is the Lord is dealing with a remnant right now. He's not dealing with the whole.
I'm
people.
talking to my parents. They are talking about what will the community think, what will everybody think.
That's what they think.
You haven't, because according to them, I'm supposed to have achieved a certain level of success.
Right.
Now that I haven't gotten there according to the world standards, they feel some type of way. What's the neighbors gonna say? What's the community saying about us? I'm like, no, they're gonna say everything.
Yeah, they're gonna say everything. You can't be worried about what people are saying.
But they're not. I'm trying to make you understand how far in the 3D they still are.
I understand because my family like that. They're. I try to tell them things, but they don't want to listen.
I am just. At first, because I was so dependent on them. I couldn't imagine that your family could be like your worst enemies.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was clinging for dear life to my parents because I thought your mom could not possibly be your own enemy. But she's the one.
Oh, let me read that real quick.
Where it says, mother, if you
know
don't
it.
hate your family.
No, not that one. But that's a good one too.
Right.
But this is Luke 12 and 51. It says, "Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. From henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law." So there's gonna be division. The Lord's bringing division. He's not bringing people. He's not bringing to bring people together. The
That's
Lord's
why
about
I
to
had
bring
to repent with my whole
division.
unity thing that I used to think of
Yep.
before.
Yep.
Because I used to think I was in the right because everybody thinks unity means well.
Right.
Every time you are thinking of let's unite, it's always for a good cause, for something good to come out of it.
Yeah.
But Babel, the Tower of Babel, was the type of unity that wasn't recommended.
That wasn't recommended. The Lord didn't like that.
And God showed us that you can unify for things He's not very interested in.
Right.
And we can be deceived in all the wrong directions.
You see what happened with that? He just scrambled the people all over.
And now we are still trying to figure ourselves out. After He messed the languages, divided the languages, the cultures, everything. So I gave up the unity thing. I'm trying to convince others that it's not for the good.
Not for the good.
And
You can only come to unity with your own people. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to, when we out here preaching, we're trying to get out, really the elect, but eventually in the kingdom, our people will be together. The southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans will be one people again. But right now, we're still divided. You know, during the time of when King Solomon passed, Rehoboam, that's when the division happened. And it was the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. And we've been split ever since. But now we're back together in captivity. But it's like it's still a beef between us. You know,
where Zion is?
Zion, it's in
The
Jerusalem.
mountain? No, that's the fake one.
Where's Zion at?
It's in Africa.
Africa. Our homeland is Africa. Our homeland is in
mountain
Jerusalem.
That God stood on, where the God's feet is on. I don't know if you have that verse. He said on Mount Zion He established this. I'm not remembering the exact verses right now, but Mount Zion is in Africa.
That's not our homeland. Mount Zion is in Israel. But that's in
But
Jerusalem.
that's not the right Israel over there.
Yeah, that's not right now, but it will be built back up. It was going to be destroyed,
No,
but eventually it'll be built back up.
The
Though.
right Israel. The right Israel is in Africa.
Our Israel is in Jerusalem.
But that's not the true Jerusalem.
So what's the true Jerusalem? That's not where we come from. We come from Shem. That's where we descend
Yes, Shem is in Africa.
from. Shem, no, Ham is in Africa. Shem.
No, but because of the wars that are going on,
It wasn't even called Africa at first. It was called the land of Ham.
it was called the. I wish I could show you the I found so much peace knowing where the true Zion is, because the Ashkenazi Jews, whatever they are, they have messed everything up.
Yeah, they messed it up, but they're gonna be taken out of that
No,
land.
but that's not even where we are supposed to be.
I forgot where it was. It's in X somewhere, but it says the
I
birthplace.
don't know if I have.
Let me see if I can find it. It's in X. I know it's in X somewhere. The birthplace is Jerusalem, or the homeland, the motherland is Jerusalem. I'm drawing a blank. I don't know what it's. I can't use my phone because I'm reading this.
But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession. Jeremiah.
Yeah, this is it right here.
And then there's 31. For there shall be a day that the watchman upon the Mount Ephraim shall cry, Arise ye, and let us go up to Zion unto. Of course, this is King James Version, so it's still saying Lord and God, right? Therefore they shall come and sing in the height of Zion.
Which
and
is
shall
where?
sing.
Jerusalem.
Zion is not up there where you are thinking.
It's in Jerusalem. I'm telling
That's
you.
not
This is Galatians 4:26. Says, but Jerusalem, right? But Jerusalem is which? So let me read it again. But Jerusalem, which is free, which is the mother of all of us. Jerusalem is our homeland, not Africa. That's where Zion is. Zion is also talking about Israelites.
Zion is in Africa.
Okay. That's what you believe that?
No, it's not what I believe. I'm trying to tell you, like, just do a little bit of a deep search. The place they have over there, that is what the Ashkenazis decided that's going to be the Israel they want. They established it all they wanted. Even the mountain that they say is Zion is a man-made mountain. I know. I just don't like to tell everybody where it is because I feel like if you put in the work and you figure it out, it's more rewarding because if I just feed it to you, it's like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like to help to see. I just like to throw hints here and there.
Right.
And let you figure it out. But if you know where true Zion is, you'll be that much blessed.
Jerusalem. That's what true Zion is.
But that's where the Ashkenazi Jews are
You know why they there? I'm gonna read this. Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore, thus said the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful bonds to cast it out for a prey. That's why they're over there right now. Because we're in exile. We're not supposed to be in the land right now. Now, granted, there are some of us who are over there because we're scattered among the nations. But the Israelites, the true Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are in exile out of that land. They're not supposed to be over there right now. But the true homeland of the Israelites is Jerusalem. I don't know about no Africa. That's because that's the land of Ham. We're not from the land of Ham. We don't come from Ham anyway. We come from the line of Shem. That's where we come from. That's one of the songs talk about. That's when the songs talk about the land of Ham. Let's see what I can find. Psalms 105. Is it 105? Is it part of it?
I've been to Zion. I have been in the area, and it's such a blessing to know that it's still desolate to this day. But the Zion over there that they are calling Zion, that place is overpopulated. That is a place. It's not the truth. That's what I'm saying.
They're not supposed to be there. That's why. But when the true Israelites go back to that
It's supposed to be
land,
desolate.
it will be. It's desolate because of
the
them.
one I'm talking about is desolate. It's not built yet. It's not. Nothing is going on there. It's a desert. It's like. It's not a city. It's not filled with racist people over there. It's like just a desolate place. I've gone there twice when I was in 9th grade and when I was an adult college. I went there. You won't tell. It's so. And I'm so. I want to know that people are interested in actually doing more research to figure out what places are at. Because you're just believing that because the Ashkenazis are there and because they call it Israel. That's been too lazy. Don't do that.
But that is our homeland, though.
That's not our homeland.
That is our homeland. I'm telling you, that's our homeland.
What I'm telling you is Zion.
In the beginning,
you know how
when
mysterious our God is.
When they divided the land up there, that was us. That was our inheritance. That was the Lord. That was the promise the Lord gave us. That's where Adam was. Adam was in there in the beginning.
No, Adam was in Africa.
No, he wasn't.
The Garden of Eden was Africa.
The Garden of Eden was in the land of where they are today. That was the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden was the whole earth, really, because that was supposed the earth was made for our sakes. Matter of fact, I can read that too.
Why are you so against anything being in Africa? Like, that's just the fact that you call it Africa today doesn't discredit the fact that it still has Mount Zion in there.
I mean, it may have a.
Zion is not a place, it's a mountain. It's a mountain of God. It's called Mount Zion. And upon Mount Zion, I think I read, it's a mountain that not people made. People didn't make this mountain. God came upon this mountain. When the Israelites were running away from persecution, they were coming down to Zion. That was their resting place. Moses didn't get to the.
If you claiming that to be Mount Zion, that's not the real Mount Zion.
No, I'm not telling you where it is, because I'm just telling you it's in Africa. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. If that's what you believe.
No, I'm not believing it. I know it is in there, and I've seen it.
We know that Mount Zion is in Israel, Jerusalem.
But that's not the right place.
How's that not the right place?
And what I'm telling you is do a little bit more digging and you will come to. Just like you figure out the names and stuff, just do a little more. Just for once, just try to live your common sense or what you think. Because it's hard for you to get new stuff if you are still stuck in the...
That's a different doctrine. I'm not...
It's not a different doctrine.
Not a doctrine, but I'm not... The Mount Zion is in Israel.
But it's
and that's all I'm saying.
It's in Israel, but that's not where that's not the right place.
Yes, it is, because that's where the Israelites are going to go back to. We're not going to go back to Africa. When the Lord comes and save His people, we're going back to Israel, but they'll be destroyed because those heathens are in there right now. But eventually they'll be built back up.
These people are down
Who?
there. These Hebrew kids.
Yeah, I said they over there because a lot of us are scattered among the nations.
To Africa and heathens.
You said what?
You keep referring to Africa as having heathens.
I'm saying that the heathens are in our homeland. That's what I said.
Oh, but okay.
But the other nations are heathens, though.
No. I get you. I'm not debating about that. But I was just trying to tell you something, and that's probably where I don't really associate with a lot of, the different groups of groups, Yahuwah, Yahweh, whatever the groups are.
I mean, that's fine. But
because
what were you doing in the time of trouble, though? That's the real.
Huh?
What will you do in the time of trouble? Who will you call on?
No, I call on God.
Is that His name?
Yeah.
That's not His name. God isn't His name. That's a title. That's not
I
His
am.
name.
Sometimes it's better to just be safe in what is directly translated. Christ, the Messiah.
You gotta have the 100%. You gotta have the names to call on the Lord.
I got the names, but sometimes, for the sake of us communicating in English, I have to just say. That's why
you learn. You learn the names.
No,
we learn the names and we call them. We don't call on God and Jesus Christ.
That's why I was also telling you. You gotta know where Zion is. But
I know where Zion is. Zion is in Israel, our homeland.
Okay. Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that.
Okay. Have a good day.
All right. You too. What was your name?
Kay.
Kay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyways, it is Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Right. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, man. All right. The name of the Lord is Yahweh. And His son's name is Yahweh Shai, man. But, we're going to end it there. All right. Lord willing, this was edifying to you brothers and you sisters out there. All right. We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. And double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach them well. Peace and salutations to those who elect. All right, continue to endure. Continue to keep the faith, brothers and sisters out there. We almost out of here. We in the end. All right. Pray, fast, whatever you got to do to get closer to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That goes to myself as well. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. Until the next video. Shalom. Kwam Yasharallah. Wa Ababa.